Hey everybody, this is Randy Brown for Cameo Man and Vlogging with Mr. Brown. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Uh, Let me know what's going on. Let me know if you're there, if you're out there in TV land. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take that little mic off. I got my new shirt. Check it out. I think it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool shirt. Day of the Dead shirt. Got it going on there. How is everybody? Y'all doing good? Y'all having fun? Larry Tate wanted me to do a stream. So Larry Tate, show me some love if you're out there. Anybody. Come on now. Type something in there. Type something in the chat. No, I don't want to learn more. Oh, damn it. Son of a bitch. All right. How do I get rid of this? So yeah, today I'm going to be giving you some updates on my on Fearsman 5, giving you some updates on my books coming out, and giving you some updates on my focus for 2024. Because it's going to be a hell of a year. I think it's going to be my best year yet. Now, my goal for last year was to make double what I made the year before that, and I made 600 something dollars in 2022. Thankfully, I've made around $1,500 doing magic at the bars around town. So not a bad haul, not a bad haul at all. And now my goal is to do double this year. So I'm going to try to be making around, $3,000 doing my magic. If I get a gig at like a good restaurant or like a place, there's this one magic shop here in town that might have use for magicians such as myself. Exhume Vision says, yeah, it's a great shirt, Randy. Yeah, it is. It is, isn't it? I mean, it's pretty cool, and I'm gonna be getting some better shirts. I got some money from some Fiverr stuff. Shout out to Exhume Visions in the chat. How's it going, Visions? What are you up to? Fears says, yo, 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 sup, Randall. So yeah, what up, Visions? Yeah. So yeah, what do you think of this shirt, Fears? What do you think? It looks pretty good, doesn't it? And again, I'm gonna be getting some more pretty soon. Sometime on the 17th or the 18th. I've got a few more skull shirts coming. I really like skulls. I'm not like, I wouldn't say like I'm a vampire or a goth type guy, but I do like the look of skulls. Uh, the skulls do look cool. Yeah. And, I've been getting a lot of shirts for my magic act, like shirts with the cards on them. And I do have some plans. Maybe Visions can help me out with this. What I want to do is sometimes I wear jackets, and like, let's say I was wearing a jacket, the jacket would cover over the right pec and the left pec. So what I want to do is I want to get like an ace of spades on this pec right here and a ace of clubs on that pec over there. So like when I'm wearing a jacket and I make a person pick the ace of spades, I can just go like bam, just like that. Or if I make a person pick the ace of clubs, I could go bam, just like that. So, show it off, and I could do two tricks with one shirt. I think that would be a cool idea. I think that would be something cool to do. But yeah, I want to give some Fearsman 5 updates. I'm not going to tell anybody the plot, Fears, so don't worry. But the first part of Fearsman is a news program. The second part is the first scene in the office, and the third scene, what I'm working on right now, is the second scene in the office. So after that, there's about 5 more scenes, and I've been doing the scenes pretty methodically. I worked for about like from 6 to from 6 to 11:30 on the cartoon. So it's took up a good a good 5 hours today. So and yeah. So let me see. Let me bust out my notes here. I had notes. So I'm working on the third scene right now. I'll probably finish that either today or tomorrow. One of the reasons this thing took us so long is because the voice actress that we were working with on some of the previous videos, she bailed out on us because she said, "Oh, well, you're gonna have to pay me extra for the you're gonna have to pay me extra for the commercial use of my voice." I'm like, this isn't commercial, right? It's just a YouTube video. We're not making any money off of it. And she says, "Oh, well, if it's a YouTube video, then it's public, so then that counts as commercial." I'm like, "What? Really?" And she goes, "Yeah, you got to pay me like an extra $25 for that." So we decided to go with a different actress that we would work with before who did not want to charge us an extra $15, and she actually was $15 less than the other actress, so we basically saved like $45 not going with that other actress. So the actress we got is pretty solid. She's pretty cool, and yeah. So I was editing scene 3 right now, and I did notice that there is a little bit of black in the shot variety. So I'm going to be doing 2 or 3 more shots for the cartoon, so there's more shot variety and more things happening in the frame. And another reason why the cartoon is taking so long is that I am learning a completely new system of editing. Uh, DaVin- DaVinci Resolve is completely different from DaVinci Resolve is completely different from Adobe, completely different from Final Cut. So that's another reason why the cartoon is taking so long. Yeah, the second actor has a good voice. She's in the first Fearsman also. Yeah, we worked with her before. And yeah, so she will be portraying the character of Kim Eagle. We based the character of Kim Eagle off, I believe her name was Kim Hawks. And that's why we called her Kim Eagle, because Hawk's a bird. Then we were like, what's a different name for a bird? And it was like, oh well, Eagle. We'll call her Kim Eagle. And plus, D-Man has the thing with the eagle logo. So where is Larry Tate? Somebody needs to get Larry Tate in here. It was his idea for me to do this stream. I mean, shout out to Fierce Vlogs, shout out to Exhumed Visions, but Larry needs to get his butt in here. Okay. And then one thing I want to tell y'all is there are bits and pieces coming. I'm gonna release some bits and pieces sometime over the next 2 weeks. Maybe it's gonna be like little maybe like a 10 months before Fearsman or 9 months before Fearsman. We're there's gonna be like a little there's gonna be some little gags coming out. And I would like to let you all know that it is 2024. It is an election year. So I would like to tell Fears, Exhumed Visions, Larry Tate, everybody, you can expect some new Fears campaign videos coming soon. I'm going to be working on some Fears campaign videos. If you haven't seen the Fears campaign videos, basically I do videos where I make little silly cartoon videos that are basically vote for Fears videos, Fears for president. So look for some of those coming out. And then LOL, yes, LOL, yeah. Yep, Fears likes that. Yeah, we got some Fears vlogs, Fears for president videos coming out. vote for president. It's funny because with Sleepy Joe and Trump, I think Fears actually stands a pretty good chance of actually getting elected compared to his running mates. But I got some new books coming out. One of them might be a workbook, goal setting workbook that would have forms that you can fill out and little project pages. So there's going to be that. And then I am still working. I'm finishing up the last few chapters on my NaNoWriMo book, and I am 66% of the way done on my play. My play is called "I'm a Genius, You're a Genius." It's about a delusional man who thinks he's Albert Einstein moving next door to a delusional man who thinks he's Sherlock Holmes, and they get together and they write a book together. So there you go. And I also want to let you guys know what my focus is going to be for 2024. So my focus is mainly going to be on the things that bring in my income. So my focus are going to be these three things. Fiverr.com, because I'm making a boatload of money off of Fiverr, and I only work for about 5 days and only like 5 hours every day. And I can make 375 in one go. So my number one focus is going to be Fiverr. My number two focus is going to be magic and getting tips for magic. And then my number three focus, and I'm going to be putting a lot more focus on this in the future, is my Patreon, because I've got a good editing system. I'm learning it. I'm putting all my efforts into mastering it, and I'm learning new things about that new editing system every day. So, and I'm learning the shortcuts, and I'm getting almost as good at DaVinci as I was at Adobe. So, and plus I learned to edit and animate on Adobe. So, I'm really good at that. So, yeah, I'm learning a bunch of shortcuts, learning a bunch of new interfaces, learning how to you know, um do really cool effects and stuff like that. So those are going to be my focus. First focus is Fiverr, second focus is going to be my magic, and my third focus is going to be on a Patreon. And there are a few restaurants that are courting me right now that want me to do magic for the restaurants. And I'm not going to tell you what they are because trolls. But there are a few restaurants that do want me to do magic for them. There's a school that wants me to do magic. And I am teaching magic right now. So I teach about $25 for half an hour. I could go lower than that, or maybe like $50 for an hour where I teach people, how to do magic and stuff. So I think that would be a good like little income for me. And I think it'd be good to have like a little powwow or a little teaching session. And what up, Larry Tate? Larry Tate's in the house. He says, I love when you stream live. Yeah, I got my new teeth in. See, yeah. Got the new chompers in. I got some new iMako teeth because everybody was complaining that the last set was yellow. So this is stark white that's got it in there now. And these are going to be the teeth that I stream in. So yeah, I think the other ones were getting yellow because I was drinking Red Bulls and I was drinking normal Monsters, and those were the reasons why you know um those were the reasons those teeth were going yellow. I'm gonna see if I can get some teeth whitening stuff to get those other teeth, because these teeth, while they're good, they're really tight on the teeth beneath them, which sometimes it makes my teeth a little bit loose and wiggly. So, Fears Vlogs, Larry Tate, Exhumed Visions. If you have any questions, let them rip. John Fears knows what the people want. What the people want, Taco Bell. John Fears got them Taco Bell. Wet T-shirt contest every Friday. Yep. I think y'all are gonna like the new Fears campaign videos. I might do one tonight. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't have anything to do tomorrow. I mean, I got church at 10 o'clock, but besides that, my Sunday is totally free. I don't have the writers group on Monday because it's on a different day today. I mean, it's on a different day this week. Although, writers groups are the highlights of my week. We got to bust out as many as we can, buddy. I don't know as many as we can. I'll probably do 2 or 3 at least. We'll see. We'll see. So, Fears, did you want to get in here? You want to come on and you want to call me or come on in and we'll chat it up and we'll do a stream together. And yeah, again with the books, I want to reiterate the stuff with the books. I've got some workbooks coming out. We could talk together and plan out the first one. I really want to do my own thing with the books. What book was your favorite to write, and which was the hardest? The hardest, hands down, definitely was my first novel. Here we go. Hello, hello. Nothing much. How are you?
Doing all right, sir.
Yeah.
Man, Randall and me are providing all the entertainment tonight. Like, first my stream went on for 2 hours, and then yours, buddy.
Yeah, you like this? You like this shirt?
Randall, well, like I told you, Larry, and Visions, I love the skulls, man. They look good, dude.
Yeah, and I'm getting my I'm getting paid on the 17th, so I'm gonna get some some more skull shirts.
By the way, Randall, awesome new skull shirt, and guys, check out Randall's new teeth. Awesome new teeth, Randall.
Yep, yeah, I think
Randall,
they look good.
I meant you can write your own book. I meant, like, you know how, like, I always give you some suggestions, for the campaign videos. Like, guys, when we made the very first one, Randall's like,
when we made the very first one, you had no idea that I was gonna do it.
So the second one, Randall was like, Fears, just throw out like 5 of your favorite things. So I said DeLorean time machine and hoverboards and like Taco Bell, and that's when that speech came out. Like, John Fears' first act as president, the recreation of a DeLorean time machine. When the people ask and want Taco Bell, by God, John Fears will give them Taco Bell. So I think, Randall, you do your best work when you're alone. So what I'm going to do is, when we start working on these, I just want you to say, Fears, give me 3 or 4 things, and I'll give you 3 or 4 things about me, my personality, or like maybe my favorite movie or whatever. And then I literally leave Randall alone for like a week and a half. And then Randall does his genius. He does his work. And he's like, hey, Fears, check out this 13-second or 20-second campaign video. Well, Randall, how long are they? Usually 30 seconds, right?
The long ones are 60 seconds. The short ones are 30 seconds.
Yeah, so we've always jumped back and forth, guys. Sometimes we do 30 seconds, sometimes we do 60 seconds, but nothing over 60 seconds, because that's what a campaign video is. It's supposed to get you to want to vote for me.
Yeah.
And so, Randall, I think we should do what we've always done. I'm just going to give you like 3 or 4 items, and then I let Randall put those ideas into it, and then I let you do. I love Randall's over-the-top announcer voice, and then you always pick the videos that you use in it, Randall, and Randall does a combination of, he'll find video of either my videos, like from old past videos, like Larry, Visions, he'll take like an old blog, or he'll take an old like project of mine, right? And then he'll just cut a little snippet out of it, or he'll find a picture online, or he'll use some of his footage. Randall's really creative. Like, Randall, tell them where you found the sound effect for one of our Fears vlogs. You found it in the mask.
Yeah, one of the first Fearsman that we did, there was a scene, and it was a bitch of a scene to do because it was really tough to figure out. Was Fearsman had to go through the double doors of the Healthy Pizza Shop, and I had no idea how to do that. I found it out, and then Fierce is like, "Well, Randy, you need like a sound effect for the door, like little whir or something." And I was like, "You know what?" And it just popped in my head. There's a scene in The Mask where Jim Carrey changes into the mask, and it's got this like little sound effect to it.
Well, he kind of does, like, you know how,
He
like,
does a twirl, yeah. And there was a sound effect, and I cut it out. I used it, and it sounds awesome. And it sounds like it was almost made for the cartoon.
It sounds awesome. And remember, in The Mask, Stanley Ipkiss loves cartoons, and the reason why he twirls around is because he was mimicking the Tasmanian Devil cartoon, because Tasmanian twirls around like that. And when Randall used that effect, he said, "Hey, Fierce, listen to this." I played it, listened to it. I said, "Randall, I don't know what made you think of that, but that is amazing. That's perfect. That's exactly what we needed, buddy."
Yeah.
And it was perfect. It was amazing.
And Fears pushes me a lot as far as the animations go, and like sometimes I'll be doing an animation and I'm like, "Fears, I have no idea how to do this. I have no idea like how an actual animator does this." And Fears is like, "Just try it, just figure it out." And usually 90% of the time I always figure it out.
Well, the reason I want to tell the fans, so Larry, Visions, everybody else watching, the reason why I push Randy is, Randy, I know how good you are, and sometimes Randy gets discouraged, and I'm like, "Randy, I trust you as my friend 100%. So I said, I know if I leave you alone, I know you'll figure it out." So because Randy wants it to be just as good as I do. Like, we don't want to do like a Quentin and bust it out in 3 days or whatever.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity. So, but yeah, we've had our challenges. So what I usually do is I said, "Well, I'll push Randy," but I never push him like in, what's the word? I never push him in a bad way. I'll be like, "Randy, I know you'll figure it out." So I'll be like, "Take a day or two off, like get some sleep," and then he'll be like, "Hey, Fierce, I'm gonna go make myself a sandwich." And I said, "Randall," I said, "sometimes when I'm working on a project, I've always done this, Randall. For some reason, the creative juices get flowing. If I am like having writer's block, or if I'm not sure how to edit something, I'll take a shower, Randall. A shower will wake me up and go, 'Oh yeah,' and I'll think about in the shower, how should I edit this video?" And that's how I get the creative juices flowing. Mm-hmm. Once I dry off and get done with my shower, then I go right back to editing, and then I figure it out. So I'm like, I know Randy's going to figure it out. I'll just say, I'll give him some words of encouragement, and then once I give him some words of encouragement, then I'll leave Randall alone for a couple hours, and then he'll call me like, "Hey, Pierce, guess what? Good news, I figured it out."
Yeah, and we did that for there was for Fearsman 5, we already have the end credits after credit scene finished because I sent it to you. Remember, Fears?
Oh yeah, I saw it. Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's from a popular franchise, and we already got the end already finished and done. So.
But remember, Randall, at first you were like, "Fierce, I have no idea," and that's when I said, "Randall, I know you can do it."
Yeah, and then you left me alone for 2 weeks, and I figured it out.
I literally left Randall alone for 2 weeks, didn't call him, and he figured it out. But then I remember, Randall, I called you once. I called you once during those 2 weeks. I said, "Randall," I said, "listen," I said, "if you can't figure it out by a week and a half, just use something else." I said, "Don't worry." I said, and so I had a backup plan. Remember, what was our backup plan, Randall? What was the end going to be?
You crashing into a satellite.
Yeah, me crashing into a satellite. Because we kind of already did that in part 3, but Randall's like, "Well, Fierce, I can, oh, no, it was going to be me crashing through the International Space Station. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was because we already did a satellite. Like, Fierce, like a meteor rocket was supposed to hit him, and then he was supposed to bounce off the meteor rock after getting hit, and then he flies through the side of the International Space Station. But like I said, Randall, he does his best work on his own. So I left him alone for 2 weeks and goes, hey, Fears, I figured it out. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, because the first ending credits was way better than crashing through the International Space Station.
Shout out to Caleb Templeman. Shout out to Caleb.
What's up, Caleb?
Caleb's always been a solid and stand-up guy. Same thing with Vision. Same thing with Larry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like one thing I can say, like, literally, Caleb has been our fan since the beginning. Vision has been a fan since the beginning. Vision's a stand-up guy, Caleb's a stand-up guy, and now Larry, Larry's been watching for a couple of years now, and Larry is a stand-up guy. So, I mean, we can always depend on those loving and loyal fans, And, like, now, Randall, me and Randall, like, we became friends with, like, Larry and Vision. So, like, I think of Visions and Larry not even as fans anymore. They're fans, and they're good buddies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and people love the cartoons, Randall. Like, literally, I cannot wait. I'm so excited, buddy. As soon as we get Fear, I'm excited for Fearsman, but dude, it's been like, what, a year since I've done the voice of Cameo Kid. Like,
longer than that.
Oh, well, how long has it been?
I don't know.
Well, all right, let's put it this way. It's been at least a year, at least.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to finishing Fearsman 5. And then another part of the creative process that I love is sometimes me and Randall write a script, but I think of the best things on the fly. Like, Randall, what if Fearsman did this? And I'll be like, what if Fearsman did this? And then Randall will jump in. Well, Randall's like, well, Fears, if Fearsman does this, then we have to have a scene of him reacting to this if he does the first scene. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're right, Randall. I'm like, that makes sense. And then we just kind of make the script up. Like, I already know what Fearsman 6 is going to do. Because remember, Randall, I don't want to tell anyone, but remember, we kind of pieced it together that one day. I said, Randall, I want to
Fearsman 6 is Fears forgiving the trolls. He forgives the trolls of all wrongdoing.
That was actually pretty funny, buddy.
And then Fearsman 7 is Fearsman keeping the faith. And then Fearsman 8 is Fearsman boozing it up.
That was great, Randall.
Yeah.
That was great.
And then Fearsman 9 is Holier Than Thou. And then Fearsman 10 is the Glory Hole.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
Just flip-flopping back and forth, back and forth.
Listen, Randall. I mean, Larry, Larry, he's all about those glory holes, buddy.
Yeah, right?
Oh, my God. Oh, Lord. What have we got ourselves there?
Yeah.
No, I'm excited for Fearsman 6 and Fearsman 5. I'll give him a little snippet, Randall. Fearsman 6.
Exhume Vision says, now we're talking. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Oh, shit. Yeah, there we go. No, I'll give him a little snippet, Randall. Fearsman 6. I'm just going to give you guys a little snippet. We go back to Black Aldrin's lair because Black Aldrin has got some secret documents in his computer that will lead us to the Mockingbird, the big St. Louis, Missouri new gang that Fearsman has to take down. Those sons of bitches in the Mockingbird. And let's just put it this way, Randall. When he tries to access the information, things go awry. And so the adventure begins. And that's all I'm going to say. Wouldn't that be a fair analogy, Randall? Randall? Hello? Randall?
Hello.
Randall, did you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Was like, where the hell did you go? I was like, I hope I don't have to say that entire conversation over.
Oh, yeah, we cut out. You got to say that whole entire conversation over again.
Well, Randall, I'm not going to say that whole thing over again. Son of a bitch, Randall.
Just kidding.
You son of a bitch. Oh, man, Randall. Oh, Lord. What am I
Larry Tate says Randy Frozen. Yeah. You met the chick from Frozen, right?
No, I've met Olaf, the snowman. I haven't met the Frozen chick yet. No, not yet.
I thought that was on one of your Facebook things. You and the Frozen chick.
No, I've met
Oh,
Olaf.
who were the three girls that you met? You met
I met Rapunzel. Now I met tonight. I met tons of Disney princesses. Now I've met almost all of them. The only one I haven't met yet is Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Uh-huh.
So I've met Rapunzel, Jasmine, Sleeping Beauty, the princess out of Sleeping Beauty. Oh God, who else? Oh, Snow White. Oh God, who else? Pretty much everybody, Randall, except for I haven't met Belle yet.
Mr. Lantern's in here. What's up, Mr. Lantern? Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it's hard to meet Belle though, because she only does certain events at Disney World and Disneyland. Like they pull her out for certain events. But anyway,
I'll ring her bell.
Shit, Randall. Wow, Randall's getting dirty tonight. Wow, Randall, what do you think? You tie her up, a little reach around, maybe tuck your sack back, maybe she puts on a strap on.
That is inappropriate language, sir. That is not good for this stream.
I'm sorry, buddy.
You need to rein it in. Rein it in.
I'm sorry, Randall. Women are into that kinky shit, but my bad. I apologize.
Yeah.
Anyway, buddy, I'm really excited. We've got so many amazing videos coming this year. It should be an exciting year of content, my friend.
Yep.
And Randall, you have got my full support on what's the new book? What's the new endeavor?
Well, I'm working on a workbook based on the Pomodoro method.
Okay.
I'm probably going to put that out sometime this month or next month. And it's going to be a workbook, and it's going to have like little sheets that you can fill out, and it's going to be kind of like a journal type planner type thing. And it's going to teach you how to use the Pomodoro method. It's going to have like a 5-page introduction, but the rest of the book are going to be the exact same page. There's going to be about like worksheets for the next 60 days. And you can just fill them out for each day, so however long you want to work, it just tells you, how to plan out your day, how to plot it out. And
that's what's up.
And I'm going to buy a lot of them for myself, for my own personal use.
Well, Randall, before I go, because I've yet to get something, I'm starting to get hungry again, because now it's almost 5 a.m. I need to get a shower, and I need to go to bed here soon. And I promised the fans I would watch. Finally, Randall, I cannot wait to watch
Creepshow 2.
I cannot wait. It took me a year to find.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a quality movie. It's back when they knew how to make horror.
Well, listen, Larry and Visions were not kidding when they said, "Oh, Fears, Creepshow 1's fucking great."
Have you seen all the Evil Deads yet?
No, I'm still working on all those. But I remember Larry and Vision said, "Fears, I'm telling you, watch Creepshow." I watched it. Creepshow was fucking mind blowing. And then they were like, "Oh, Fears, you got to watch Creepshow 2." So I cannot wait for Creepshow 2.
Evil Dead is classic. Make sure you watch the first 2 from the 80s.
Oh, Randall, I'm on it. Well, I already bought Evil Dead 2. I need to get Evil Dead 1. But
yeah.
I'm on it. I'm on it, buddy. I promise. I'm on it.
Mr. Lantern says mega shout out to the chat. Mega shout out to Mr. Lantern.
So, Randall, before I go, you also need to tell your fans, sometimes, I'll say something too. Sometimes Randall does his best work when you do these little surprises, Randall. Like Randall will go a month with not making any content, and then all of a sudden he'll just take some vitamins, and he'll have like a week of energy, and he'll make. Randall, one time you made 12 videos in 1 week, and almost all of those you said, "Hey, Fears, I made these videos for you and my channel, so I could upload them on my channel and Randall." And some of the best things is when he asked my permission if he can take a little snippet of like a scene.
And Fears has given me permission to pirate all of his videos.
Yeah, like I said, Randall, anything that you need from a vlog or any of my videos, I said, I trust you because we're best friends.
Yeah.
And Randall so all of a sudden, like, Randall will go 4 days without telling me, and he'll call up and go, "Hey, Fears, click on this link. I made a funny little, teaser trailer for a fake movie," or, "Hey, I made a new fake product up." And
Yeah, every now and then I like to surprise Fears with little goodies.
oh man, and I'll watch these little goodies, and then the first thing I say is, Randall, this is fucking brilliant. Do you mind if I upload this on my channel
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
So Randall, before I go, we have got to remember the Napper Crapper out of Stay Tuned.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have got to make a Napper Crapper 9000 commercial, and then Randall, we have to make the Slavo-Matic 9000 commercial.
Uh-huh.
I don't care if we use real footage, like maybe if you found a footage of like a maid like vacuuming, go, sick and tired of doing your own vacuuming, no problem. Can't stand, when you get off of work, helping your children do their math problems. Well, problem solved with the new all built in Slavo-Matic 9000. It'll do all the chores for you, lickety split, and then you gotta write that epic dialogue, Randall, and then do that. What you can only do, that epic narration voice, over-the-top narration voice. I can do it a little bit, but Randall's narration voice is so fucking mind-blowing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You'll be like, no problem. The Slavo-Matic 9000, So those two, I'm really looking forward to either working together on those or you just surprising me and just doing the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
Because anytime Randall's never disappointed me, and when he makes those little surprises.
Yeah.
Anyway, Randall, I'm dead tired, buddy. It's been Disney, go, 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 and then with my grandma's funeral and all that, I'm exhausted. So I'm probably gonna make myself some breakfast real quick, eat it real quick, and then take a shower, and then watch Creek Show too, and then mosey off to bed, buddy.
Okay.
So big shout out to Randall. Be sure you follow my friend Randall at Cameo Man 2021 and the Mayor of Magic, his second channel, and peace and love and support to all of our friends and fans in the chat. And I'm taking off, and be sure to check into my stream tomorrow, and hopefully I'll get some more vlogs up pretty soon.
All right.
All right, I'll see you later, buddy. Randall, if I don't call you tomorrow, I'll call you the next day, all right?
All right. Talk to you later.
All right, peace out, dude.
Bye. Yeah, so I'm going to jump on that workbook because, I'm making the workbook partially for the fans and partially for myself. I have a certain checklist that I use to and I actually used the checklist today to work on the animation, and I got 6 hours of work done. Again, I'm almost finished on the third scene. And again, the reason why the cartoon is taking so long is because that one voice actress was haggling with us. She's like, "Oh, I want you to pay me for using the commercial rights." And I'm like, "We worked with you 2 or 3 times before. This has never been an issue. Why suddenly are you making this an issue?" It's like, "Oh no, you're using it for commercial." I was like, "No, it's a YouTube video." And she's like, "Well, YouTube is commercial." And I'm like, "We're not making any money off this." So, she was giving us a bunch of crap. So we just dropped her and went with somebody else. But yeah, somebody who was 3 times as cheap, but did 4 times as good work. But yeah, so again, the cartoon's coming out. It's going to be coming out pretty soon. I'm only going to go for about another 22 minutes. So if y'all got any questions, let her rip. Mr. Lantern, Larry Tate, Visions, Fears Vlogs. If y'all got any questions, let her rip. But yeah, so there's going to be about 5 pages instruction in the workbook, and it'll tell you how to use the sheets, and the sheets are going to be pretty self-explanatory. And let her rip, y'all. Yeah, the sheets are going to be pretty self-explanatory, and it'll be a good way to keep track of what you've done and how many hours you've logged in on projects over the years. And basically, it's like a little table of work for 30 minutes, then take a break for 10 minutes, then work for 30 minutes, then break for 10 minutes. And it's going to have little check boxes. And, there's going to be like a 8-hour work week day for like a table, and then it's gonna have like little check boxes. So like when you're done working, you can X the checkbox, and then when you're done with your break, you can X the checks box, and you can keep a log of how many hours you've worked and how many hours you've taken a break. So it'll be pretty cool. And again, mostly it's for me. I don't care if anybody buys it or not. It's for my own personal use, and I would like to have a nice book of like 60 sheets, all nice and perfectly formatted, because I can do this with the I can do this I could just print out some sheets at like Kinko's or Office Max. But me, I would really like to have like a little neat, a little nice and neat little tidy book, with a nice glossy cover and an introduction by me, and have my book on the have my picture on the back. I think that would be like a really nice, like little tiny workbook to have. And like if somebody wants to follow the method that I use for work, they could do it and check it out. And then also the book is going to be kind of customizable, so you can work however many hours you want to work and break however many hours you want to break. Personally, I do. Here's how I work. I do 30 minutes of work, then I break for 10 minutes. Then I do 30 minutes of work, then I break for 10 minutes. Then I do 30 minutes of work, then I break for 2 hours. Then I do 30 minutes of work, break for 10 minutes, 30 minutes of work, break for 10 minutes, and then 30 minutes of work. And then I retire for the day. So that is basically my work ethic. That's how I do mostly the day when I do animations and stuff. That's basically my process. It all hinges on the Pomodoro method. And then again, you get a nice little 2-hour break in between so that you don't burn out. And the key to productivity is actually not what you think it would be. The key to productivity is actually taking more breaks, you know, but tinier breaks, but more breaks. And again, I'm going to be done with scene 3 probably sometime today or tonight. We shall see. And again, I'm feeling a little bit saucy, feeling like I'm in the mood to do a Fearsman vlog. And one of the things that I am going to buy when I get my paycheck on the 17th is I am going to get a lot more nootropics. Do you ever write with pen and paper or just type on computer? I do a lot of my notes on paper, Larry. Like I do like character sheets, and my character sheets are very simple. I just write the full name of the character, and then I do what I call IQ, and IQ does not stand for intelligent quotient. The IQ for characters are basically interesting quirks. Like maybe like I'll give you an example. Like let's say there's James Mansfield. You got James Mansfield, and then like his quirks would be like starts every sentence off with I, like I do this, I do that, I go here, sometimes I do this, sometimes I blank. And then like another quirk will be like he always says sorry after everything, like, hey, how's it going? Sorry. Or what are you doing? I'm sorry. I don't mean to bother you. And then I just like write like 3 interesting quirks for each character. And I have about 8 main characters in every story. So I'll draw a line down the middle of the page, and then I'll break those sections up into 4 different sections. And then I'll write their name at the top and then 3 interesting quirks, and that's how I do my character sheets. So yeah, all my notes I would say probably like I would probably say like maybe 85% of all my notes are written down on paper. I do have a note-taking program on my computer, But the note-taking program I have right now, I have no idea how to save the notes that I have on this notepad app onto like a hard disk or something. Because it's not a traditional app. It's not like it saves it in a file folder on my desktop, because I use a Chromebook for most of my writing. Larry Tate says, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, but 85% of my notes are on paper. And I have about eight or nine drawing tablets that I use for note taking, and then I have like two or three lined notebook paper that I use for note taking. So, usually when I go out doing magic, if I feel like I need to take a break and just relax, sometimes I'll take notes in my journals in between doing magic and stuff. So, you know, if I sell another 375 script this month, I might invest in a Pyro Mini. And if y'all don't know what a Pyro Mini is, a Pyro Mini, it's a little device that you can strap to your wrist, and it will actually shoot small fireballs out from the bottom of the watch. So, and it looks really cool, and there's lots of things. Again, I've got three focuses for this year, and the focuses are Fiverr, writing scripts on Fiverr, doing scripts like that. The number two thing is uh let's see, what was the number two thing? Well, the number three thing was my Patreon, and the number two thing was magic. So Patreon or um Fiverr, magic, and Patreon are my focuses for this year. Because I got to be honest, those are the things that are bringing bucks and dollars into my bank account. And money's tight, and the more money I make, the better equipment that I can get, and the more better quality entertainment I can put out. So, and then one more time, again, when I get paid, I'm going to put most of my money into nootropics. And nootropics are drugs that make you smarter. You know, like a lot of people don't know that the movie Limitless was actually based on an actual drug called modafinil. And modafinil is a real drug, and a lot of people have said it's a wonder drug. Can you do a magic performance like an entire show, or just table magic? I have done entire magic shows. I've done like hour-long magic shows for the people at Schnebley Center. Um, they I've done some magic for some charities, and yeah, I've done magic for the young adult club. It's special needs people, and they really like my stuff. So yeah, I have done magic shows, and I have done charities. Uh, like usually what they do is they pay me in cake, because whatever cake doesn't get eaten, they let me take it home, and they'll give me like a big thing of cake like that, about that big. Usually it's like red velvet or white chocolate. So yeah, a lot of the times they pay me in cake, and whenever they have a function, I basically get free food, free pizza. And they've sent me home sometimes with like 13 donuts, and sometimes they've sent me home with an entire cheese pizza all to myself. So they've always been really good to me, and they've given me lots of stuff. And a lot of the times when I do charities, they don't pay me, they pay me in trade. Like pizzas, donuts, cake. Yeah, probably not good for my figure. I'll tell you that much. But hey, payment is payment. Like that cake. If I would have bought it at like a Walmart, probably would have been like 15, $20. Same thing with the pizzas. Like a cheese pizza with tip for like from Pizza Hut would probably be like $15 with tip. And donuts, I know the donuts are at least $1 a donut, so 13 donuts. Yeah, I mean they pay me pretty good. No complaints here. I love their stuff, and they do pretty good stuff. So yeah, I can do stage performances, and I am going to post some more stage performances. I actually broke up with one of my friends about 6 months ago, and we started talking again, and we kind of like rekindled the friendship. And his name is Mike, and Mike was actually one of the characters in the last Cameo Man episode, the playing card killer. And Mike and I are friends again, and he's going to take me around to some comedy shows around town and some comedy shows in Orlando. And I have done several. I've done several stage shows for stand up. The stage shows are a breeze because basically, a usual trick that I do takes around anywhere from like 2 to 5 minutes. So when I go to the magic stand up, I basically, do like 3 or 4 funny jokes to get the crowd warmed up. And then I just ask for a volunteer. And I usually try to ask for the hottest volunteer in the audience. So if I see like there's a really foxy lady in the audience, I'll pick her and ask her to come up. And typically I ask him beforehand, before the show. If I see him before the show, I'll be like, hey, I'm a magician. I do stand up. I was wondering if you would want to do a magic trick with me. And 99% of the time they say yes. And so magic stand up is really easy. Again, tell 3 or 4 zingers, do like 1 or 2 warm up tricks, and then get the pretty girl on stage. Do one magic trick, then lead into the next magic trick. Then thank her so much. Do like 2 or 3 closing jokes, and then it's done. So yeah, stand up comedy is actually a pretty easy job now that I think of it. Because a lot of stand-up comics go to stand-up comedy shows, and typically if it's an open mic night, everybody gets around like 5 to 6 minutes, and they don't want you to go over 7 or 8 minutes. Like if you go over 7 or 8, they'll like flash you with like their cell phone light. They'll wave it and be like, come on, you got to get down. So yeah, stand-up comedy is actually pretty easy. You only have to have about 5 to 6 minutes worth of material. And again, magic-wise, like a normal trick takes 2 to 5 minutes. So I just go up there, I do 2 magic tricks, and then bam, I'm done. And I do work a lot of work a lot of comedy and a lot of shtick into my magic tricks. Like there's some magicians who treat magic like stereo instructions, kind of like the old joke from Beetlejuice, like where they read the handbook for the dead, and they're like, oh, this reads like stereo instructions. And that's one thing I warn against when you're doing magic is you don't do, okay, now pick a card, now pick this card, all right, now show your card to everybody else, put it back in the deck. All right, was that your card? You don't want to do that. I don't do that. I add so many jokes and gags in there. For somebody, I'll be like, okay, and I'll open with this. I'll be like, okay, now remember, I'm a trained professional, so if any of this goes wrong, it's your fault. And then I go, okay, so go ahead and pull out a card, pull it out. I bet you never heard that before. And then And then after they showed it to everybody, I'll be like, okay, stick it back in, just like in college. So I work tons of jokes naturally into my magic tricks. So I add a lot of comedy. And again, there are some magicians who treat it like stereo instructions. Like step one is pick a card. Step two is show it to everybody. Step three, put it back in. And then, is this your card? It's like, you can't do it. That's so dry. That's dry and boring. You do not want to do it like stereo instructions. You want to add some jokes into it. You want to add some gags into it. And there's lots of props and joke items that I work into the trick as I go and do the magic tricks for people. So it's not just like step one, step two, step three. It's like step one, joke two, step two, joke three, joke four, step five, joke 6, 7, and 8. So, because if you're not working jokes and gags and throwing some props into it, you're not doing it right. I mean, it shouldn't be magic shouldn't be dry and clinical and like, step one, step two, step three. uh, so that's basically it. So we got 4 more minutes here. I don't know why, but the clock is running really weird. It's going like 5. It's going like 26, 27. I hope y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Now it's going to 32. It's not counting normally. It's like going to 32, then to 38. I hope this is coming in okay. Let me know if this is all coming in okay. But yeah, so we got 4 more minutes to go. But yeah, Larry, I work tons and tons of comedy into my magic acts. And there's several props that I use. Like, one of the things that I noticed is that if you give people anything, like even if it's like a toothpick, people tend to reciprocate and give you stuff back. So basically, what I do is I have joke cash, which is like, like $1 million bills with like Trump's logo on the back of it. Or like I'll make a joke, like I'll reach into my pocket and I'll go, excuse me, I'm sorry. Sometimes when my throat gets scratchy, and then I'll pull out like a little toy horse and let them keep the toy horses. And then I've got like small, like little bunny rabbits that are about that big. I can buy like 12 of those for like $9 off of Amazon.com. And I always keep one in my hat, because when I have the hat on, people are like, well, you're a magician. Can you pull rabbits out of your hat? And then I usually preface that with, well, what would you give me if you do? And they're like, I'll give you $5 if you pull a rabbit out of my hat. And then I take off the hat, I pull the rabbit out, give them the rabbit, and they give me $5. And again, it's all about reciprocation. If you give them something, even if it's something small and tiny, like a little toy horse or a little stuffed rabbit, they usually reciprocate. They usually give you like, either $1, $5, or $20. So, and then there's another little gag gift that I give out. They've got these bottle openers. They look like an Ace of Spades card, but they've got the Ace of Spades cut out, and you can use that to open bottles with. And you can get 40 of them for about 38, $39. So like, honestly, that's only about like $1 per bottle opener. So those bottle openers are cheap, but they've got some heft to them. They're really heavy. So when you give them to people think, oh my God, this must be like $9, 10, 11, $12. This must be a really expensive item. I should give them like $10. So yeah, the bottle openers, they have a lot of weight to them. They're really heavy. And again, people think they're getting a deal. I mean, they feel like they should cost like 10, $11. And then, when you give them out, people are like, oh, well, I got to give them something back. So yeah, So that's basically all I got for tonight. It's 5:22. I feel like doing another Fears campaign video, so I'm gonna get it going, and I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. I'd like to thank everybody who came in the chat tonight. Thank you, Mr. Lantern. Thank you, Larry Tate. Thank you, Exhumed Visions. Thank you, Caleb Templeman. Thank you, Fears Vlogs, and anybody else, Exhumed Visions. Thank you for coming in. And I'm going to wrap her up, everybody. And my name is Randy Brown for Cameraman 2021 and the Amera Magic. And remember, I do the card tricks, but you all bring the magic. Thank you. Bye.